In the heat of a Formula One race, the eyes of the public are on the cars ripping the tarmac, the risky overpasses, and the radio boiling with tactical orders. However, it is after the engines shut down and the checkered flag falls that a silent but absolutely crucial ritual comes into play. Away from the main cameras, in a reserved area, all drivers are led directly to a scale. And from there, everyone leaves with a seemingly harmless little paper. But that can carry more weight than many overtaking. This step, generally ignored by most fans, is mandatory and determined by the FIA. Soon after the end of the race, the driver, still with all equipment, including overalls, helmet, gloves, shoes, and the hand's cervical protection device, is weighed to ensure that he meets the minimum weight regulations. It is not a trivial detail. The body weight, added to that of the car, must obey the technical limit of the category. In 2025, this figure is 800 kilo combined, and with the expectation of a reduction to 768 kilo by 2026, every gram counts. The balance, in this context, becomes almost a silent tax of technical regulation. If the driver is below required weight, the crew must compensate with ballast in the cockpit. But this goes beyond the technique. Weighing also serves as a health thermometer. In extremely hot races, like the one in Qatar, for example, drivers can lose 2 to 3 kilos in sweat. And this loss, if not well managed, can affect not only the performance, but physical and mental recovery for the next steps. It is precisely at this point that the so-called paper receipt comes into play. Small, discreet, and often ignored by the cameras, it records with decimal precision the weight of the driver. It is more than a number. It is an official document that can be used as a reference or even as a dispute in case there are doubts about the measurement. It is delivered right after the scale and usually goes straight to the driver's physiotherapist. As these professionals are not present during the weighing, the receipt becomes an indispensable resource to set up the athlete's recovery plan. Hydration, mineral salts replacement, specific diet for rebalancing. It all starts with that print of a few centimeters that fits in your pocket. There is the starting point to ensure that the driver's body is ready for the next battle. It may seem an exaggeration to give so much attention to such a small role, but in a sport where tenths of a second and grams define championships, there is no room to leave anything to chance. And you already imagine that a simple receipt could carry so much meaning in Formula One? Tell us in the comments what you found of this curiosity and takes the opportunity to subscribe to the channel. Here, you find out what really happens behind the scenes of the world's biggest motor racing category.